Hi, gorgeous. Welcome back. Today we have advanced quads and abs on the Reformer. It's short, it's sweet, but it will be strong, grounding, energizing, and calming all the same. So go ahead and set a half a spring on the Reformer and we'll meet seated on the side. Starting off with some arm sweeps, let one hand come to the foot bar, reach the other arm up and over, back through center, take it to the other side, hand to the headrest or shoulder rest, and just start to root into your sitting bones and lengthen and reach the fingertips up and away. Tapping into your breath, tapping into your stretch. Feet can be down or cross-legged. Take one more of each. Really reach up and over, stretch through the ribs, the side body. And then we're going to front body, back body, cat, cow. Open the arms like wings, and then interlace your fingers round through the upper back. Inhale, open, stretch, fingertip to fingertip. Exhale, heels of the hands press away from your collarbones. Add one more. Inhale here. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale, lengthen, and then release. Good. Facing the foot bar, go ahead and grab the springs from behind. Doing some hip thrust here or glute work, you'll take the strap into each hand, palms to the sky. Find your level pelvis. We're neutral. We're soft through the shoulders. With a tall spine, start to hinge it forward. So think like creasing at your hip pockets. We inhale there. Exhale, engaging the core. Start to drive the hips up, squeezing your glutes at the top. And then inhale, hinge, hips come back down for one. Use the breath in as you let your sit bones go back and wide. Hinge it forward. Your glutes press you up and away. 2. Take your time. We want to pause at the top. We inhale. We exhale. Use the glutes and core to drive it up. 3. Give a moment here to really practice that movement, that hip thrust, that hip hinge. 1 inhale, 1 exhale. Press it forward. 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale, hinge, sit bones back. Exhale, press it forward, glutes engage. A couple more. So we're thinking creasing the front pockets and then lengthening or stretching the front pockets. The glutes are engaging at the top. The glutes are lowering down into that hip to heel, and the glutes are then going to pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. Nice and slowly, let your hips come down towards your heels and rest in. Take a breath or two there, shift, and then we're going to exhale from our core center, reach the fingertips forward, extending through the front of the arms. Inhale, bend. Exhale, core engages, reach from core center, fingertips lengthen forward. 2. Use the breath, belly button to spine, extend and reach. 3. Inhale, bend, exhale, reach and lengthen. 4. Inhale, bend, exhale, reach and lengthen. This time when you reach, if you want, you can round through that upper core. Think upper abdominals engage, extend it forward. So we're extending from the core center, whether you're rounding or staying upright. We're letting the collarbone stay soft away from the ears, long through the lower back, long up through the front pelvis. And then we inhale and combine it all. Hinge, exhale, reach it forward and lift the hips for 1 full movement. Perfect. Inhale, slowly control the return. Exhale, core engages, drive it up and forward. And just take it back and forth. Inhale, slow return. Exhale, core engages, glutes, core, drive us forward. And continue feeling that kinetic chain, that kinetic lengthening. You might even press the tops of your feet down to feel hips, core, and arms all connect. Good. And then release, come all the way down. Wonderful. We're feeling our quads. Now we're going to come high kneel and arm circles. Fingers reach all the way up, out to the sides, down and around. 1. Good. Reach it forward. Circle all the way up and around. 2. Think knitting your ribs together. You're reaching up and away from that core center, from that core powerhouse. Using the breath. Press. Inhale up. Exhale, belly button engages, reach it forward. Collarbones long. Think grounded and down in the shins and the tops of the feet. We're lifting up and out of the pelvis as we circle the arms all the way up and around, and then hug a tree. Open to a T, breathe in. Exhale, across the front of the chest, core, ribs knit together. Hug it to that tree center. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug that tree. Think steady through the torso, steady through that vertical line. Just the arms are moving. And then go ahead and hook your straps. Take a rest there for a moment. And then we'll come same tension for moderate level. For advanced, take it to 1 red spring. We're coming into sprinter or runner lunges. Front foot will come onto the platform with the heel hover. And then your right foot's going to tippy toe onto the edge of your reformer. Take an inhale here, long spine. Exhale, drive it back 1. So we're using glute, we're using core to press and lengthen that reformer bed away with strength, with grace, with power. Inhale, slow return. Exhale, core and glute, drive it together. So that full kinetic linking. Long spine. Long through the back of the neck, light on the hands, heel is hovering. We're driving it back from glute. Inhale, bend, exhale, drive it back. 8 to 10 here, and then take it to the other side, down, or dog in between if you need, or a down dog version. Opposite foot, long spine, deep breath in. Exhale, core engages, drive it. 1. So we want those power muscles to come online. We want the glute and hamstring to press it back. The way to do it, draw that right hip back, level your pelvis, and feel really steady through the pelvis, through your hips as you press it back with that single leg. Inhale, bend, exhale, reach. Inhale, bend, exhale, reach. These are my favorite because they just work so well. I'd rest it. Go ahead and bring your knees down and come into a child's pose. Hands can be on the foot bar, and take a breath there. Good. Go ahead and come off. Set your short box onto the reformer. Be careful as you step up. And coming to the box, bring your left foot onto the box. Let the right heel come in front of that box. We're working glute and core today. We said that. We're working quad. Here we're going to switch and alternate between a hinge and a squat. So you can let the top of your left foot come down if you'd like, or off the back with the toes tucked if that feels easier. But you're going to hinge at your hips and then stand tall, and then squat at your hips and then stand tall. So crease the front pockets like a dippy bird, and then lower the hips. Stand tall. Perfect. Watch if you need. Hinge, long spine. Glute brings you forward. Hips lower. Hips lift you up. Glute lift and lower. Hinge. Breath in. Exhale, stand tall. Inhale, lower into that squat or single leg lunge, and then lift. Continue here. Think really level through your pelvis. You're steady. Your hips are square. You're using and learning how to differentiate between that hip hinge and the squat or single leg lunge. Bulgarian in this case. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, stand tall. Inhale, lower. Exhale, drive it up. Hinge. Squeeze, level pelvis, lower the hips, and then stand tall. Good. Take it to your other side. Let the right foot come onto the short box. Hands can come to those front creases if we need. So we're going to hinge, inhale, exhale, level pelvis, hips lower, stand tall. There's 1. Hinge. Exhale, core engages, drive it tall. Inhale, lower to that squat. Exhale, lift, 2. Using the breath. Really, this is slow, this is steady, this is using that pelvic stability to find glute and core and quad engagement. So we can go through the movement and feel it, or we can go through it and really keep the hips square, really level as we lower, driving through that standing leg, and we get a whole lot more glute. Hinge, squat, hinge, stand tall, squat, hips lower, and then standing tall. Let both heels now come in a V position on the front edge of that short box. You'll come into releve, lower down into a little squat, and start to pulse until you feel those quads for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, long spine, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your hands come to the foot bar, press the feet back, bring them in, hover. Maybe stand up, squeeze your glutes, and then we'll take it back to that plank. We'll go 2 more times. Press it back, change the tension if you need, drive from the core, bend the knees, quad and glute to stand nice and tall. 1 more round, hands to the foot bar, core engaged, drive it back or press it back, and then slowly come all the way in, pulse to end, 9, 8, so finish, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Whew! Find a seat and take it through some cat-cow before coming into mermaid. So you'll round your spine, drop the head, and then arch your spine. Mermaid. Left foot will hook under, hook as many springs on there as you need for support, and then let your right knee come into half pigeon facing the side of your long box or short box. With the toes tucked under, we want to think grounding into the sitting bones with the leg that's lengthened under the strap. Think long and pressing up and out as your top arm reaches all the way over, dipping into the well. Slowly come back up. Exhale. Good. Now you can keep the arm long, bicep by the ear, and lower and lift. Or if it feels better, arm by the side. Let the arm come by the side. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lengthen and lift like you're moving through 2 panes of glass. We're actively coming all the way back up. Whew. And then let's take it over to the other side. So the bottom leg, the one that's hooked under the strap, one of the cues that really helped me is that you lengthen it away. We're actively lengthening and we're actively pressing up into the strap. And then we inhale down into the well. We exhale from our core, lift and lengthen. Using the breath, inhale, dip into the well. Exhale, lengthen and reach. Lengthen and reach. And then come all the way back up. 6 to 8 or 8 to 10 on each side. Go ahead and release, changing the spring tension to a half a spring or 3/4. Taking it left foot on the short box, right foot in front of it. We're going to find a plank with a press back. So inhale here, exhale, lengthen it back 1. Now as we go through this, shoulders right over the wrist is variation 1, a little harder, shoulders behind the wrist. Think of stability and steadiness in that upper body. And then we're inhaling as we hinge the hips, exhale, lengthen and open through that front pocket. Perfect. Inhale, bend, exhale, lengthen and reach. And find the stability, find the steadiness. I think the hard part here is keeping the pelvis really level, keeping the shoulders behind or steady wherever they are around the wrist. And then let that foot box, the foot that's on the foot box, plant on the short box and then run. Bend the knee like a mountain climber, alternating side to side. Use your core. Change the tension if you need to make it easier or more supportive at least. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Drive it back from core. And then rest it. Go ahead and find a seat. Let's stretch out our hamstring. Let's just take a pause. Sitting on the on the box, let your right foot come out in front of you, hinging at your hips. Take a nice long spine and start to breathe into the stretch. Wonderful. Take it to your other side. Stretch left heel now in front. And then take it to our other side. Let the hands find the foot bar. Right foot will plant. We're going to high heel, inhale here. Exhale, drive it back. 1. Perfect. Stability through the pelvis. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press it back. Keeping the pelvis really still, level. We're lengthening both sides of the waist. We're lengthening through the back of the neck. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen. Belly button hugs in and up. Using the breath. Yes, inhale. Exhale, lengthen. Almost there. This is a short but sweet workout. Stabilize and then mountain climbers. Alternate side to side, right, left. Watch both sides of the waist. Keep them nice and long. Front pelvis lifting in and up. Yes, perfect. Right, left. 1, 2. One more round. Find your footing. Go ahead and come down. Find a seat. Take a deep breath in. Right ankle crosses over, figure 4. Lengthen and lift up out of your hips, and then gently hinge it forward. Pacha is here to make an appearance. I used to have an in-person studio before I brought it in home. And she's 4 now, and she was just a little puppy. I was just sharing that with one of the clients earlier today, that she was 7 pounds, and she would sit on her little yoga bolster until she no longer sat on her bolster. And it was just like, oh, that can't, now she has to leave. Go ahead and release. But I love having her here. It makes it so special. It's like she's been here the whole time. Let's come into a plank position, forearms on the box, feet on the shoulder rest, and we're going to pike. Inhale, exhale, lengthen away. Hi, amazing woman. Thank you so much for joining class today. My name is Mary Sarah, founder of Mary Sarah Coaching and the Soma School by MSC. If you like today's class, the full-length video is housed on our world-class app, the Soma School by MSC. We have teachers, healers, experts from around the world sharing their passion for women's health and physiology. We've got classes, courses, workshops, all good things to support your training, fueling, and optimizing who you are so you can train with your body and not against it. Thank you again, and I will see you for the next workout.